inside my full face helmet. Hi, I'm from South Africa. I happen across this old onion yarn. Being a biker, it always tickles me. So I never dreamed that slowly cruising on my motorcycle through a residential neighbourhood could be so incredibly dangerous. As I passed an oncoming car, a brown, furry missile shot out from under it and tumbled to a stop immediately in front of me. It was a squirrel. I really wasn't going that fast, but there was no time to brake or avoid it. It was that close. Squirrels, I discovered, can take care of themselves. Inches before impact, the squirrel flipped to its feet, and he was standing on his hind legs facing my oncoming Harley Davidson with steadfast resolve in his beady little bastard eyes. He screamed and leapt. The leap was nothing short of spectacular. He shot straight up, flew over my windshield, and impacted me squarely in the chest. Instantly, he set upon me. It was frenzy. Snarling, hissing, tearing at my clothes. I know I was only dressed in a light t-shirt. Classic. I grabbed for him with my left hand, and after a few misses, I finally managed to snag his tail, and with all my strength, I flung that evil rodent off to the left of the bike, almost running into the right-hand curb as I recoiled from the throw. That should have done it. But no, this was no ordinary squirrel. This was an evil mutant attack squirrel of death. Somehow, he managed to catch the edge of my glove with one of his little hands, and with the force of the throw, had swung around and landed with a resounding thump and an amazing impact on my back. The combination of the force of the throw, only having one hand, which was the throttle hand on the handlebars, and my jerking back, unfortunately, put a healthy twist through my right hand and into the throttle. Here we go. A healthy twist on the throttle of any Harley Davidson can have only one result: pure torque, pure power. The engine roared, the front wheel left the pavement, the squirrel screamed in anger, the Harley screamed in ecstasy, and I screamed, well, I just screamed. At about this time, the squirrel decided that I was not paying sufficient attention to its very serious battle, and he came around my neck and got inside my full face helmet. He began hissing in my face. I'm quite sure my screaming changed intensity. It had little effect on the squirrel, however. The RPMs on the dragon maxed out. Finally, I got the upper hand. I managed to grab his tail again, pull it out of my helmet, slung him to the left as hard as I could. This time it worked. Picture this scenario. You're a cop. You and your partner have pulled off on a quiet residential street and parked with your windows down to do some paperwork. Suddenly, a large bloke on a huge black and chrome Harley Davidson, dressed in jean shorts, a torn t-shirt flapping in the breeze, wearing only one leather glove, moving at approximately 120 kilometers an hour on one wheel, and screaming murder, roars by with all his strength, throws a live squirrel grenade directly into your bullets. Moral of the story: never ride in jean shorts. Suddenly, a large bloke on a huge black and chrome Harley Davidson, dressed in jean shorts, a torn t-shirt flapping in the breeze, wearing only one leather glove, moving at approximately 120 kilometers an hour on one wheel, and screaming murder, roars by with all his strength, throws a live squirrel grenade directly into your bullets.
For part two, I'd just like to say thanks to Daniel Meyer, who is the original author of the story.
Yeah.
Because he has sent us part two.
I heard screams. They weren't mine. I managed to get the big motorcycle under directional control and drop the front wheel to the ground. I then used maximum braking and skidded to a stop in a cloud of tyre smoke at a stop sign at a busy cross street. I would have returned to fess up and to get my glove back. I really would have, really, but for two things. First, the cops did not seem interested or the slightest bit concerned about me at the moment. One of them was on his back in the front yard of the house that they'd been parked in front of and was rapidly crabbing backwards away from the patrol car. The other was standing in the street and training a riot shotgun on the police cruiser itself. So the cops, not even remotely interested in me, and they often insist to let the professionals handle it anyways. That was one thing. The other, well, I swear I could see the squirrel standing in the back window of the patrol car among shredded and flying pieces of foam and upholstery, shaking his little fist at me, and then I think he was pulling the fingers also.
definitely.
That is one dangerous squirrel. And now he has a patrol car.
He's leveled up.
I took a deep breath, turned on my turn signal, made an easy right turn, and sedately left the neighborhood. As for my easy and slow drive home, screw it, I thought. Faced with a choice of 80 kilometre an hour cars and inattentive drivers or the evil demonic attack squirrel of death, I'll take my chances with the freeway every time. And I'll buy myself a new pair of gloves. See you again, Daniel Meyer.
Great. Great.
Well done.